What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing part 4 and the final part of our Manchester City 2023-2024 loan report season. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, SofaScore, who are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest scores from around the world in terms of football and all the other sports that you guys love to enjoy. So do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. Remember, SofaScore is a free app to download, very highly rated. I fully would recommend it. Links and details there in the description. Anyone that does press that link in my description, which will take you to the download page to download the SofaScore app, does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off by speaking about Taylor Harwood-Bellis. We are also going to be speaking about Liam Delap, Issa Kabore and Joao Cancelo in today's video. So THB, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, 22-year-old English centre-back, currently out on loan in the Championship in England with Southampton. He's made 30 appearances so far in the Championship, starting 94% of games so far this season, scoring 2 and assisting 2. Southampton, they're looking very good for playoffs. Could well get automatic promotion back into the Premier League, and if they are promoted into the Premier League, do expect Southampton to take up their option to make this deal permanent, which is at £20 million. So a lot does depend on if Southampton are promoted to the Premier League. Should they not get promoted and Taylor Harwood-Bellis does return back to Manchester City, maybe City might want to use him during pre-season and assess and see how he goes. Certainly, I've got a lot of quality. He's a decent player, of course. I think he'd be more than capable of doing a squad position at Manchester City. I think he's probably going to need some Premier League experience under his belt. So if a move to Southampton doesn't materialise because they haven't been promoted to the Premier League for next season, then I expect Manchester City may want to utilise the loan market once more, and Taylor Harwood-Bellis goes on loan to a Premier League club next season. Maybe even Manchester City may look to sell with a cheap buyback clause or a good sell-on fee or something included. We'll have to wait and see, but absolutely delighted that Taylor's having another fantastic season out on loan. Now, Liam Delap, 21-year-old English striker, son of Rory Delap, has had a few loan spells in the Championship, and none of them have really worked so far. However, we seem to have done well with this loan here, with him going to Hull City. So Hull City, they're doing well in the Championship as well. They could make playoffs. Liam has started 65% of all games so far this season, making 26 appearances, scoring 7 goals and assisting 2. It's his best season yet in the Championship. He's making progress from what he did last season and the season before, which is always what we're looking for when it comes to our loan players getting progress season on season, and that's what Liam is doing as well. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with Liam Delap next season. Again, I think a lot may depend on what happens with Hull City. If they make the playoffs, if they're promoted to the Premier League, will they want to make a permanent move for Liam Delap? Will they want to utilise him in the Premier League and maybe want to loan him? Is there going to be any more interest in Liam Delap in the summer? What do Manchester City want to do? We'll have to wait and see, but Liam Delap having a good season there with Hull City, which is brilliant. And speaking of positivity and doing well on their loan spell, takes us on to Issa Kabore, the 22-year-old centre-back from Burkina Faso, playing in the Premier League with Luton Town. He's made 20 appearances in the Premier League so far this season, starting just under 60% of all Premier League games, assisting 2 goals, not scored any goals. I don't expect centre-backs to be scoring goals. He has been playing on that right-hand side and does play right back sometimes for Luton Town. So made himself versatile, getting Premier League experience under his belt and doing very well as well. And I suspect should Luton Town stay in the Premier League, they will want to make Issa Kabore a permanent signing in the summer. They may get relegated and they may still choose to make it a permanent signing, because let's not forget, when you're relegated, you still have access to the Premier League parachute payments, which means they will have money there to invest in their squad, and they'd want to keep hold of someone as of high quality like Issa Kabore. So it's all about his availability and what he wants to choose to do next. But some great experience there for Issa, showing his quality in the Premier League as well. It is things you absolutely love to see. Now, moving on, Joao Cancelo very much entered the headlines recently. The soon-to-be 30-year-old right-back from Portugal, playing with Barcelona in La Liga, starting 85% of all games with the Spanish Giants so far this season in La Liga. He's made 24 appearances, scored 2 and assisted 3, whilst featuring in every single Champions League game for Barcelona so far this season, starting 7 of the 8 games that Barcelona have played, scoring 2 and assisting 1 in the Champions League, once again showing that he is a quality attacking fullback. And I am still absolutely amazed that there aren't clubs queuing up to try and sign Joao Cancelo. He improves so many teams across Europe, not just in the Premier League, but across Europe, because he is a brilliant fullback. Obviously, there's some big question marks about what's gone on in the background at Manchester City and some calling into questions over his attitude. We saw that at Manchester City towards the end before we decided to loan him to Bayern Munich, and we saw it again at Bayern Munich as well. And there was a reason why they didn't want to make that signing permanent. They can hide behind the finances, but something just didn't quite feel right about that loan. But Joao Cancelo, to give him credit, has really knuckled down and worked hard with Barcelona. He's improved Barcelona, and he's once again showing his quality. So it would be a match made in heaven for everybody for Barcelona to sign Joao Cancelo on a permanent basis. The problem that you have with that is Barcelona don't have the cash to make this signing permanent. I'm hearing rumours on the grapevine that Manchester City are looking for around £40 million. That's their value of Joao Cancelo. Barcelona cannot afford anywhere close to £40 million. So unless a part exchange is used, they're going to struggle to make that happen. I'm very interested. I've been reading between the lines over the last week or so with regards to this transfer. I've found some interesting comments have been made in the Portuguese press by his agent, Jorge Mendes. He had said that he wants to block any move that isn't to Barcelona for Joao Cancelo to try and force a transfer. And some comments have come out over the last 24 to 48 hours by Joao Cancelo himself, by saying he doesn't understand where all this negativity has come from in terms of him leaving Manchester City. He said it was fake news, it was fake rumours, there was no personality dispute, there was no falling out. There'd been some words being said by him, there's been some words being said in the background by Manchester City as well. It's all a very sticky, very messy situation, and everything seems to be pointing towards Joao Cancelo is trying his hardest to force through a move to Barcelona. And if Manchester City do want to sell him to Barcelona, it's important that City get his value for him and we don't settle for cheap. I've heard Barcelona can only stretch up to 10, 15 million pound for Joao Cancelo. Well, Joao Cancelo is a 40 plus million pound player. He's got plenty of time left on his Manchester City contract. That's still not up until the summer of 2027. The ball's in Man City's court, not in Cancelo's court. I don't think Cancelo or his agent like that, and that's why these comments are coming out to try and upset Manchester City. So Manchester City will just think, you know what, he's a bad apple, we'll just settle for what we can get from Barcelona and we'll all move on from the sorry situation. But it's getting even more complicated. Arsenal apparently are very interested. I can't imagine Man City are that keen on selling to a Premier League title rival. We've made that mistake with Gabriel Jesus, with Alexander Zinchenko. We saw it with Cole Palmer. That's come back to bite us on the backside so far this season. And we're selling him to Chelsea as well. Sometimes it isn't best to accept less cash. Sometimes you've just got to hold really firm to try and get your value, because as I said, he's having a great season. He's a quality player. There'll be plenty of interest. If it's not coming from Barcelona, it'll be coming from elsewhere in Europe. It'll be coming from the Premier League. It'll be coming from Saudi Arabia, for example. And Manchester City, for me, they need to be thinking what's best for business here. I don't normally say that. I normally say it's all about player development, but Cancelo's not a young player. He's 30 years old nearly. What Manchester City want here is fair representative for their money. They want a good deal. And if Barcelona cannot offer that, then it's just the transfer simply cannot happen. And I was surprised in the summer that City decided to loan him to Barcelona, because they know full well that they can't afford him and it was just going to lead to further complications down the line. And here we are. I wouldn't rule out Cancelo spends the next 2 seasons on loan before he either leaves Manchester City on a free or a club decides to buy him for cheap. We'll have to wait and see. It's a whole sorry mess of a situation. What would you do with Joao Cancelo? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. But to end the video on a more positive note, it's great to see that the large majority of players, whether they be young prospects or first-team players, the large majority of those that have left Manchester City this season on loan have done really well, which is absolutely brilliant. And I put that all down to the hard work of everyone involved in Manchester City, whether it comes down to the transfer and making the loan deals happen, or it comes down to the coaches, or it comes down to the player support systems and everything, or the agents and things. Everything's just slotted into place nicely. There's just a couple of little hiccups, a couple of things that I'd recommend City do. Players like Yan Couto come back and you hold firm over Cancelo and you let him go, but that's just what I would do. They're my opinions. Do let me know your opinions and your thoughts in the comments below. So there we go. That is the loan report season done and dusted. All of the parts are on my channel. Do go and check them out. Thank you so much for all the continued support over the loan report season. We'll be back again next year, 2025, for the loan report season for 2024-2025 during the March international break. So I'll see you then. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Thank you very much to SofaScore for sponsoring this video. Do go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. As I said, very highly rated app. Would fully recommend. It is free, so worthwhile going checking out. Links in the description, or use the QR code on screen alternatively, and that'll take you to the download page to download the free SofaScore app. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.